you how I use these 4 rulers. They can be used on a domestic machine or a long arm. I'm on a long arm today. I'm on a Handy Quilter Forte. So let me just show you which ones I've got. I've got a slim ruler. This is 9 inches by 1.5 inches. I use this mostly for ditch stitching. It's mini slim, more than half. It's 5 inches by 1.5 inches. Then I have a palm ruler, and I call it a palm ruler because it fits really nice in the palm of my hand. And I use this when I want just a little bit more grip. This I use in tight little spaces. A lot of times when I get back by my bar and I can't fit too much, that's when I use the tiny one. And then I have the Kelly bean, and the Kelly bean is a nice little curve. The convex and the concave, so you've got your concave and convex curves, and these are exactly the same. So I can use the outside or the inside, and it just fits nicely in my hand. It's the same, about 5 inches long. Whoop. About the same as that. So I created these with a curved edge so that they would not get caught up in seams, because at one time, about 4 or 5 years ago, I was getting frustrated by a seam like this, and when I would move a rectangular ruler, the corner of it would get caught up in a seam. So what I love about these, they slide really nicely over all seams, and nothing ever seems to get caught up. They also are small. All we really need is a line. I don't like big, bulky rulers, so these I created just for some easy maneuvering. They're simple. There's nothing too fancy about them. So let me show you how they work. So let's move these aside. So this one, like I said, this is my ditch stitching ruler. So if I had a ditch right there, I also have a ruler base on today. All right. Always got to have a ruler base and a high profile foot. I do not have on a Handy Quilter, they have a sure foot, and that is a little bit thicker. I use a regular ruler foot, but do make sure you have a higher foot to use a ruler. So when you're using a ruler, you need to only stitch between where your fingers are placed. So if I put my ruler right there, I'm only going to go the distance between my fingers. When I get to that point, I'll stop. I also have my needle set down so that when I stop, the needle stops. I don't want it to move anymore. I will slide along and move again. All right. And I can do this and then slide along. I do not put grips on these. If I were sitting at a domestic machine, a regular sewing machine, I would want sandpaper grips on my ruler so that I can move everything together. So I would have to move the fabric and the ruler. So this I want to slide a little bit. Oops, I see I'm right there with my clamps. I could move that. Let's just move that aside. I've got a little piece set up here just for display. Oops, I do want it back on. Let's go check this. Okay, then, so I've got that for long distances. And then I've got this little mini when I've got a bunch of short little spots. So let's say I have a crosshatch here. So I might use that mini just to go back and forth. If I want to move along really quickly, I love this little one because I can move it quick and fast. Okay, let's say, so that's my little tiny one, that mini. Let's say I want to do some orange peels or just some gentle curves. So then I've got the Kelly bean, and remember I can do curves. Like, let's make ourselves a square, a block. Okay, let's say I want a really nice orange peel. So a lot of times when you have a curve, you would have to kind of contort your body and hold this over like this. But I don't need to do that because both of these curves are exactly the same. So I'm going to see if I can do an orange peel. I apologize for the lighting. It's got a little bit of a glare. And I've got that inside. I can get the same curve. And then I can just flip that. I can flip. Get my orange peel, flip it this way. All right, and then maybe I want to crisscross that. I've got that little mini. This is what I do when I crisscross. I just do a little bitty. Okay. Palm ruler. You can see I get a better grip, so I have a better grip there. Do you hear that squeak? That squeak means I was pushing down or pushing across too hard. So if you ever get a squeak in your ruler work, that means you're pushing a little bit too hard, all right? Another thing you can do with the palm ruler, let's take it over here. I could put in a clamshell there. Whoop. So that has another curve, right? Now, I have one other ruler I'm going to show you. Okay, so these are in a set. Let me find where they went. This one, you can get this set all together. So you can buy them singularly. So I've got that little Kelly bean, that little mini ruler, the palm, and this long slim. Those are regularly $55 for the set. Otherwise, they are 20, 20, 20, and 15, all right? So that's how the set works. You can use any of these, you know, you can use this, the straight, you can use the curve, all of these. One other ruler I have that can be used on the long arm or the sit-down machine is this extra long 14-inch slim. So this one is good for, let's get myself over to a corner. Okay, so this you can see is lengthy, right? So pretty long. If I need to get myself from one corner to the next, if I only had this, I can't quite reach that corner, so I would have to draw a line. But what this lengthy 14-inch ruler does is I'm not going to stitch, I'm going to have to move and walk my fingers up here, but I can get from corner to corner. Well, that was unfortunate. That's our internet these days, folks. So 4 rulers, there you go, those 4 in a set. This long, whoops, not that one, this one, that 9-inch. So that's a set right there, or one at a time. This one is on its own 14-inch ruler. I will put a link to where you can order those. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.